This long bone is the ulna, and it's the medial bone of the forearm. Notice that both of these bones, the ulna and the radius, have a little pokey part. That's called the styloid process. Stylus means pen. And if you kind of feel deeply in your wrist on the side, you can kind of feel this little articulation right there, not articulation, this little process, you can feel that. With the ulna, it would be the head, the shaft, the distal end has the styloid process on it. This is the coronoid process, trochlear notch, olecranon process, and then there's actually a groove here that articulates with the pill-shaped head of the humerus, and it allows the humerus to pronate and supinate the arm. That's how you get that action. A doorknob turning action is what you get at this joint right here. Beautiful thing. There is also this is actually about how the apposition normally rolls. There's a radial tuberosity here. I believe one of the bicep inserts down here. So now pay attention, this is kind of interesting. Not only does the bicep insert into the fascia of the forearm and bring the arm into flexion, but because it's attached to this tuberosity and that's on top, it flexes and supinates the hand like that. The bicep does that. It's pretty cool how that works. Head, distal end. If we look at this, the thumb is medial as I'm holding it, but that's because you're looking at the back of the hand. This is actually anatomical position right here. But for me, I have memorized the bones in the hand from the dorsal aspect. So the bone that articulates with the first metacarpal is the trapezium, and that would be the base of the thumb, which is also called the pollex. The toe is called the hallux, and the thumb is called the pollex. And there are some muscles like the pollicis brevis that get their names from their relation to the thumb. At the base of your pointer finger is the trapezoid. So everybody say trapezium.
Trapezium.
Everybody say trapezoid.
Trapezoid.
I always remember these because if you alphabetize these, trapezium, IUM comes before OID. Trapezium, trapezoid. I know the words aren't the same, but that's how I keep it straight in my head. The capitate is at the base of the middle finger. Everybody say capitate.
Capitate.
And then the hamate is covering the last two fingers. And the hamate has a hook. There's the hook. So we say hook of the hamate. Everybody say hook of the hamate.
Hook of the hamate.
And in your hand, you can kind of feel it in this muscular portion. Hook of the hamate, and then the pisiform is right below that. So on the proximal row of bones, there is the scaphoid. Everybody say scaphoid.
Scaphoid.
And as you can see, it actually kind of supports the trapezium, trapezoid, and the capitate. And then next is the lunate. And if you look at it very closely, it looks kind of like a moon. See that kind of how it has a little moon look to it? That's why it's called lunate. Everyone say lunate.
Lunate.
And then we have scaphoid, lunate, triquetrum. Everybody say triquetrum.
Triquetrum.
And then there's a little bone called the pisiform off to the far right. Everybody say pisiform.
Pisiform.
So let's review one more time. Trapezium,
Trapezium.
trapezoid,
Trapezoid.
capitate,
Capitate.
hamate,
Hamate.
Bottom row, scaphoid,
Scaphoid.
lunate,
Lunate.
triquetrum,
Triquetrum.
pisiform.
Pisiform.
These are the metacarpals in the same way that your long foot bones are called the metatarsals. These are called the metacarpals. And then also in the same pattern that we see with the great toe, we have how many phalanges in the big toe? Just 2 in the big toe. In all the rest of the toes, we have how many? Proximal, middle, distal phalanx. That concludes the hand.